breaking it in, all right.
All right, guys, it's time to do the break-in oil change on the CFMOTO CLX 700. This is the 2022 model Classic 700. We're going to take you through on how to do your own oil change right here at Main Street Cycle. What kind of oil we putting in here?
We're putting total.
Total.
CFMOTO oil.
That's right. And you can get that where?
MainStreetCycle.com.
That's right. That's right. Okay. So we're just going to make this simple video on how to change the oil. It's going to be very simple. I mean, your oil filter is right there. Very easy to get to. I love that design. And also you'll be able to fill your oil right here. It tells you exactly how much to put in there. We're going to be doing, with the filter removed, 2.2 liters. So you'll be able to get an oil change kit at Main Street Cycle, and we will be sending you 3 liters, so you'll have a little bit left over, actually more than half. You also get your oil filter, everything that you need to be able to change your oil in your CFMOTO motorcycle. All right, so now we're going to take the drain plug off.
17 milliliter.
All right.
Good.
Boom. So while our oil is draining on the other side, we're going to go ahead and get our oil filter off. I love how, I wish it was that easy to change it in a front wheel drive car. Right, make sure you catch all your oil.
And make sure the O-ring that's on this filter,
yeah,
every once in a while, it could come off and stick on like the motor.
Yeah, make
if you
sure.
stick the other filter right on top of it, it'll leak oil everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. So it comes with a new one on the oil filter, and it's always good to lubricate that so it just seals good. And you can go ahead and put that on.
I don't tighten it too tight.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to tighten it too tight. We'll make sure that doesn't leak or anything. So Joel just used a little bit of brake cleaner, cleaned off the oil off of the exhaust, and we'll let the rest of this drain over here. Okay, so when you get your oil change kit for your CFMOTO motorcycle from Main Street Cycle, you'll also get a new washer gasket. And so you can get rid of your old one. You'll just put that down. You can clean your drain bolt. And then once it's finished draining, we'll put that back on and tighten it down. Okay, as always, recommend going by your manual. And we're going to tighten our drain bolt at 18.5 foot-pounds of torque. The book says 25 Newton meters, but got to convert that, and it's about 18.5 foot-pounds of torque. So Joel got the torque wrench out, and he's going to tighten it to 18.5 foot-pounds of torque, and that's it. Booyah. Well, now all we have to do, make sure everything's clean. All right, so when you get your oil change kit from Main Street Cycle, you'll get 3 liters of the best oil that we recommend and CFMOTO recommends to put in your CFMOTO motorcycle. And we got the Total or Total. Everybody argues over how to pronounce it, but anyways, we're going to put the good stuff in, and we'll put 2 full liters and then just a little bit of the 3rd liter. It's actually supposed to be around 2.2, so just a little bit of that 3rd bottle, and you can always add more oil. It's a lot more difficult to take away the oil. All right, so now that we are close to the level that we need, we want to go ahead and crank it and let the oil flow through the oil filter and get our level right so that we can make sure that we're in the right zone on our sight glass. Also, this should go without saying, but you can't go off of that level in the sight glass without the bike being straight up and down. So don't have it leaned over on the kickstand and try to see the sight glass. You'll freak out because you won't see no oil. But anyhow, now we're going to let it settle on out. You can see it doing that now after we cranked it and ran it just a minute. And we want to get it up to this line right there. We want to get as close to that line as possible. And just like Joel's doing, just add a little bit at a time and then let it settle out in the sight glass. And we're really close to money right there. So this is your safe zone from here to here, but the book definitely does recommend that we get it as close to the top of this line as possible. You don't want it completely full and filled in the sight glass, and you definitely do not want it below this line here. If that's low, you need to add some. If you don't see oil at all, you got problems. But right there is just, that's money, dude. All right, so we got our cap back on. And I'm going to clean everything up. And Mr. Dillon, this is his bike, by the way. But we'll make sure that we crank it and run it. Make sure that we don't get any leaks around our oil filter. We can keep our oil here to the side in case we ever need it down the road. And also check, make sure that you have no leaks around your drain bolt. And that'll be it. All right, so once we check our level here on the antifreeze, we now are going to check our chain tension. And this is definitely a little too loose, so we're going to show you how to tighten that up and get that in the right spec. All right, so now we're taking this cotter pin out so that we can loosen up the rear axle nuts here. 27 millimeter on this rear axle nut. We're going to loosen that up. Joel's Ooga Dooga tool. Now come over here. What size we got here?
14 on this.
14. Just loosening that up. Come over here on this side. 14. Loosen that up. Now we can get the other one and tighten it down, and that's going to just pull this back and tighten that chain. You also have these indicators here to make sure that you keep everything straight and level so that your tire isn't cocked inside the rear swing arm there. Bless you, Harmon. All right, so what size is that? I missed that. 10? Yeah, 10 millimeter. So again, you can check these lines here. Should be the same on each side. 1.18 to 1.57. on the chain slack. So get about mid-range on your chain.
Lowest, like where it sags,
yeah, where it sags the most.
It's gonna be like from the bottom here to the bottom right here.
Oh man, you're right there on the money.
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right.
About 1.25 inches.
Yeah, about 1.25 inches of slack on the chain. And we will tighten that all back down. You line that up, put your cotter pin back in. Beautiful.
And
all right.
Just snug that in. It should already be pretty snug.
Yeah.
And then we'll lock it down.
Oh yeah. All right, so that's it. Chain is good. We've got our antifreeze or coolant level right. We got our oil changed. Looks like everything's good to go now. So Dylan can keep on trucking and enjoying this CLX 700.
Yeah, right at 700 miles.
Yeah, he's got it right at 700 miles on his motorcycle. And he's not a single issue at all. That is one beautiful machine. So We'll have other oil change videos and service videos and such on the CFMOTO motorcycle lineup. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful for you. And also come see us if you can at Main Street Cycle at Tishomingo. If not, don't worry. You can go to mainstreetcycle.com and get anything that you need shipped right to your door. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. We got some ride footage coming up as well on these motorcycles. So if you enjoy that kind of stuff, you'll want to stay tuned to the channel. So anyhow, God bless y'all. As always, remember to keep it real. We'll see you in the next one.